In a previous video, we talked about sugar and having an adequate supply of sugar in your food storage because you can bake a multiplicity of things with the same basic ingredients as long as you have them on hand. Sugar is one of the most basic besides either whole wheat, flour, oats, grains of all sorts that you can bake with. Baking is such a versatile part of your food storage capacity because with the same basic ingredients you can make muffins, waffles, pancakes, bagels, pitas, Danish, donuts. I think I didn't say crackers yet. Crackers, breadsticks, pastries like cinnamon rolls, sticky buns. Did I say cookies already? Cookies, snickerdoodles. Um, the list just goes on. So there's such a versatility there. I'm going to talk about appetite fatigue in another video. The the supplies I'm going to show you in a minute are going to help prevent appetite fatigue, which basically, in a nutshell, is when your child says, "I'm not going to eat that," because they've already had enough of it, or there's not a good enough variety for, they was seriously, literally a child or an older person, or even some of us in between, will go hungry before they will eat the same thing over and over again. It's been proven. So in order to minimize the effects of appetite fatigue, you can really enhance the variety of what you can have in your storage with a few basic baking supplies, and they're all right here. So I'm gonna give you a quick little rundown. The first one is big and heavy, so I'll do this first. This is a heavy bag of baking soda. This bag will last a long time. It's very versatile, can be used for other things besides cooking and baking. If I'm not mistaken, baking powder is a combination of baking soda and cream of tartar. I'll have to check that. But you can make an awful lot of things with baking soda. You can use it in laundry. You can use it for cleaning. Put this bag out. Okay, baking soda. This container of baking powder, I think, is expired 4 years ago. This does not have aluminum in it, if I'm correct. And I baked with it just the other day, made muffins and cookies, and it worked just fine. So if you have older baking powder on your pantry shelf, you don't have to pitch it necessarily. These are available in number 10 can sizes as well, and those I believe will keep longer. They're probably treated to keep longer. So baking soda, baking powder, of course. Have you ever made bread or rolls and forgot to put the salt in? Salt is going to go through a lot more salt than you anticipate if you start baking on a regular basis. And we'd want to have a lot of this in storage. These paper containers, cardboard containers, of course, can be damaged by moisture or contamination. It would be really good to have a couple of number 10 cans with salt in it so that they're protected. But salt is so basic to baking, and it's so inexpensive. I don't think I paid 50 cents for this. And so baking soda and salt. Fat comes in various forms. Butter in your freezer, butter in your refrigerator, margarine, vegetable oils of all types and sorts. Vegetable oil has a limited shelf life. It probably will go beyond the expiration date, but I have learned if you keep it long enough, it will go rancid. So it's something that needs to be rotated. You can go through this pretty quickly when you're baking on a regular basis. So I have had a little trouble rotating mine, but not a lot. I did have one experience with some that was too old. These are no longer available that I know of in this size, but this is powdered egg, and this is over 9 years old, and I have continued to use it. It looks fine, it smells fine, it bakes fine. It's probably preferable to get this in a number 10 can, or if you can get it in bulk, or if you take your number 10 can, you might want to take, this is a quart jar, you might want to take pint jars, stick an oxygen absorber in the top of that, and screw the lid down tight until it seals, has vacuum seal, and then you can break it up into smaller quantities, which is kind of nice. Then, of course, all sorts of, well, we'll go there in a second. Milk, either condensed milk or powdered milk. Powdered whole milk is available. It's not easy to find. It's better for infants to have the whole milk because they need the fat for their brain development. So milk, salt, baking soda, baking powder. It would be handy also with your fats and your oils to have some nonstick spray, but that's not essential. We lived for years before it was invented. It's kind of nice to have. I paid $1.99 for this large container of oats. It's not 3 pounds, but it's more than 2 pounds. I think it's 2 pounds 10 ounces. It's nice to have that for variety. Okay, just about done here. Vinegar is really an essential to have if you're going to be pickling anything. It's handy for lots of other uses besides that, but pickled beets and pickled cucumbers and pickled whatever, you're going to need it, gallons of that. And pickles are really not that difficult to do. Pickled beets are really easy to do. And all sorts of flavorings. I buy vanilla in big containers. You can get this at the warehouse stores in larger containers. That's, of course, this vanilla, imitation vanilla. And then, of course, things like cinnamon. I have older cinnamon. I have cinnamon in a number 10 can. I'm not sure that's approved to do, but I have it. And I bought that fresh because I have an older container around. It might be nice to have things like sanding sugar, decorations for cupcakes and birthdays and that kind of thing. Might be nice to have that. Flavorings like almond extract. I think we're coming to the end. And then spices of all sorts. This is cumin. I never used cumin as a young person, but it kind of smells like underarm odor if you smell it in the container. But if you put this in with pinto beans with a little chili powder, it has a really nice flavor. I'm sure you can use it in all sorts of other things, but a variety of spices will go a long, long way. Again, I just can't overemphasize what a feeling of peace it is to know that if it's a few more days till you can grocery shop, or you get stuck in with a snowstorm. They've had tremendous snowstorms 2011 in the Northeast, especially. New York City got dumped on with another 19 inches of snow on top of all the snow that they already had. It's just a great feeling to know that you could produce a variety of items to satisfy your needs. So God bless your efforts, and try to make some progress this week.